I love a parade. I love a parade. Oh crap. They're going to sue me for copyright. Well, how is it going? Now, this has shrunk quite a bit, so if I actually hold it in place, it works a lot better. Still, considering this was made, what, 10, yeah, about 10 years ago. Oh, that felt better. Still holds up pretty good. And then my neck is showing. The illusion is shattered. The horror. How's it going, folks? It's Akitsu here. In case you were wondering what I am completely doing in this wonderful little filter, let me turn it off. Ah, much better. This is an old mask I found in a box. In a box, you say? Yes, in a box. This is from my old retail days. Here, let me adjust the brightness and contrast. I was trying to get the filters to look kind of cool on the 50 sci-fi thing. This is an old mask that I made for Halloween within 24 hours using nothing more than latex, tissue, as in toilet paper, and an old t-shirt. If you look, see an inner kind of funkified mechanism made out of t-shirt. Works pretty good. Won me, what, 4 years in a row, the Halloween costume contest over at Big Lots / Pick and Slave / McFrugal's before that. Anyway, point of this is, this mask was made using basically nothing. You can get the latex for $20 at a craft store. You can get the paint for $2 a tube at the same craft store. If you have a 50% off coupon for Michael's or what's the other one, Ace, or any of the other kind of craft stores, they all tend to do this wonderful little 50% off thing in their ad. Go ahead and pick up that 50% off coupon and get yourself some $10 latex instead of $20. It's very cheap, very, very easy to make. All I did was take a t-shirt, chop it off, not chop off my hair, but chop off the t-shirt. I laid the t-shirt across the back of my skull because I knew I wanted to have the face actually be articulated. So put it on the back of my skull, held it in place, literally, so that it would, fold down and crease the right way in order to fit my head. Had somebody take a piece of tape, lay it across there. Once I removed it, put it on a form so that I could actually work on it. Now you may ask, what is this form I'm holding? It looks like a giant egg. Well, it was a skull for an art project that never actually got used for anything. Do you need one of these? No. Use a ball, use, anything about the size of your head. You don't want to use something bigger than your head unless, of course, you're doing a giant bulbous-headed alien and you want to put it with foam inside to keep it up. If that's your bag, if that's what you're after, go ahead. Do it. It's very easy to get creative with this kind of thing. You don't have to make a zombie. You can make yourself an alien. You can make any kind of thing you want. But anyway, once I got the back put on, I threw some latex to cover it all up and keep it as one piece. From there, I was able to put it back on my head when it dried, thanks to the heat gun. Yes, you will want a heat gun or a blow dryer to facilitate this if you're going to do it really quick. You don't need it though, because you can do it really slow over the course of a couple days. I did it within 24 hours because I kind of like to do projects relatively quickly when I have no time left. But still, that's me, doesn't mean it's you. You may be doing this for Halloween. If you're doing it for Halloween, you've got plenty of time, unless, of course, you wait until 3 days before Halloween. But anyway, if you take a look, you can still see that's toilet paper covered in latex. Makes it nice and strong. Will not break. So I put the form back on my head. Then I sat there and I actually took pieces of t-shirt and ripped them. Put one over the top, one over the nose, one on the jaw. That way, I was able to actually have some movement out of the mask because it didn't have all those pieces. Let me show you. Here we are once again, me folding the mask inside out. You'll notice this mask is 10 years old and it's still holding up pretty well. For latex, that's kind of a rarity. Latex does tend to disintegrate. But I could wear it like that if I really wanted to have no point. But still, all that is a t-shirt. It cost me nothing for the t-shirt. It was old. It was the wrong size at that point anyways, from when I was in middle school. So, very simple to do. Once I had all that in place, it was the understructure. I let it dry, put some latex on top of it to keep it all in the right place, and I put it on to test it out, test that the mouth would open. At that point, I knew that it worked and that it fit, and all I did was put it back on the skull. And I went to work getting creative with it. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a lot of fine detail in there. A lot of, ugliness, a lot of Freddy Krueger kind of skin. And this side's my favorite especially. It's really an ugly, ugly mask. Even that big old, I don't even know what that is. I guess it was an uglier scar than the rest of the scarred flesh. But, very simple to do. Build up the eyebrows, build up the nose ridge. All these things were made with toilet paper and latex. Once I actually built it all up, I would sit there and actually mix up latex paint, not latex paint, latex, rubber, and a little bit of acrylic paint, and I would paint it. So, there was no airbrushing, there was no weird special effects guru stuff that you're going to have to do. It's very simple. And if you do one, please post it under here and I will link it, no problem. I would really like to see some creative people out there just say, hey, I did my own mask and here's what it looks like. But considering this netted me about $150 worth of gift certificates just for winning the Halloween contests over and over again, it was pretty well worth it. The teeth, you may sit there and go, oh, I can't make teeth. These are little balls of toilet paper with latex. That's it. There's nothing strange that you have to do to make this. You won't have to make a full head cast and work off of that. You won't have to sit there and hire a special effects guy to put it on you. Once you make this, once you dry it, very important point, when you're drying this, you're going to put it on in parts. You build up slowly, do one layer at a time, take the heat gun, apply it to the outside. When you're done applying it to the outside, turn it over and flow the heat gun inside for a couple minutes, because you know what? If you do not cook the latex from both sides, it's not going to cure right. And then it's going to be layers inside and it's going to fall apart. You really do want to make sure that you get this right when you're doing it, because you don't want to go through, in my case, 24 hours, but in your case, probably a couple days worth of work, only to mess up and have half the face rip off because you have molten latex underneath here.